Hey, what's happening? Welcome back to Logical Republican. Appreciate you stopping in today. Again, if you like what you see, like what you hear, hit the like button. If you'd like to hear more about this on a regular basis, please do hit the subscribe button. And if you'd like to share this with a friend or a frenemy, the share button is always right there. Today, something a little different. We're not going to dive into politics, but we're going to talk about Tesla. Okay? Now, there is not a more polarizing person on planet Earth, in my humble opinion, than Elon Musk. And I did a thing maybe a week and a half ago on how much I love Elon Musk. And that has not changed. I do. He's a great businessman. He is brilliant. He is the modern, Thomas Edison, Steve Jobs, whatever you would like to call him. Now, where I'm going with this is that I recently got a new Tesla, okay? I have always had like regular old gasoline cars, and for better or worse, they've worked, and you're always doing things like filling them up with gas and getting the oil changed and changing belts and, dealing with things because stuff seemingly always happens, okay? Well, a few years ago, I put my name and $100 on the Tesla truck, on the Cybertruck list. And, waiting, and then version 1.0 comes out. And, as a Silicon Valley guy, you never, ever, ever buy version 1.0 of anything because it always screws up. And the Cybertruck has not disappointed. But what enticed me to lay my $100 deposit down, along with 1.8 million of my closest friends, was the expected long-range truck that's supposed to come out. I think it was 560 miles or something like that. Now, that kind of a electric vehicle makes sense because you can go on a long road trip, you can charge overnight and then continue going or coming back or whatever, as opposed to having to stop. Well, so because I was on the Tesla mailing list, they sent me out a note a while back saying, hey, we have a really good deal on Model 3s. And I think a big part of it was in Q1 of 2024, they manufactured something like 430,000 vehicles, and they only sold 380,000 vehicles, which is why their stock tanked so much. So they're sitting on 50,000 cars, give or take, and they don't have homes, so they start making deals. Well, I raised my hand and I took one of the cars. So went to go pick it up and drove it home, and it's good. I honestly really do like my Model 3. It's comfortable. It's got very little road noise. It's well insulated. It takes some getting used to. It's kind of like driving a golf cart, if you will, or a go-kart, because once you take your foot off the accelerator, it just slows down. But you've got all the positives. It's got a really good sound system. My God, it's really good. You feel like you're in a surround sound theater. It's that good of a sound system. And then you've got all the positives, right? There's no oil changes. There's no fluids. There's no transmission to brake. The regenerative brakes mean that you will likely have to change your brake pads anytime in this life. There's just so many positives, right? I have a Tesla charger, so I'm able to charge the car, and I'm able to save on gas because I'm sick and tired of paying $5-6 a gallon for gas. So if you add it up, I'm paying basically the equivalent of about $1 a gallon for gas when you factor in the cost of electricity. But here's where my rub was, Elon Musk and Tesla, that I had to go on a business trip a few days ago, okay? So my destination was 231 miles from where I live. The fully charged Model 3, the model that I got, supposedly has a 272-mile range. Okay? Do the math. 231 out of 272. Okay, that leaves 41 miles? Something like that. So 41 miles is roughly, 14% of the battery. So in theory, I should have been able to drive from point A to point B when point B actually had a charging station, and I should have had, over 10% of the battery left. I'm okay with that. That's like driving somewhere and knowing that you're going to be under a quarter of a tank when you get to your destination, knowing full well that you can go to a gas station and fill up. So anyways, I type in the address in my Tesla navigation system and I go, and guess what? It's telling me that I won't make it. It's directing me to a SuperCharger 141 miles from my house. Okay, so I get to the SuperCharger and I think it was right around 30 some odd percent of the battery. That does not compute. I mean, I'm not the biggest math whiz in this world, but I do know how to do simple arithmetic. So I stop in, I do the SuperCharger thing, it fills it up. It only cost me like $10. Okay, when you factor that in versus the cost of gas, that's like less than 2 gallons of gas in the state of California. Okay, so I get to my destination. I have them fill it up for me because I'm staying in a hotel. The hotel has EV charging, and it's free. Pretty cool, right? So they fill up, or they charge the battery, and then I'm coming back. And I'm basically taking the same route back. And this time I had to use facilities, so I stopped at a charging station a little before. So I stop, I charge the car, I get back into the car, and it's 170 something miles from there to where I live. Okay, so I get going, and again, 272 mile range versus 170. Okay, that's 100 and change miles that I should have left. That's roughly 35% of the charge? I don't know, something like that. Anyways, I drive, it's all highway, no stopping, no crazy speeds, no, I'm not driving 170 miles an hour, nothing like that, just basic highway driving. I go from 100% at 170 miles or whatever it was from home. I pull into my driveway. I'm at 12%. Where the hell did 88% of my battery go in 170 odd miles? I have no idea. Okay? So the range that they advertise is, I don't know, you put your finger in your mouth and you stick it up in the wind and see which way it's blowing, and they pull the number out of their ass. I have no idea. What I do know is that I don't know if other people are complaining about this, but it's just a freaking joke. That you can't really plan on going anywhere if there's not a SuperCharger. You can't take a country road on a long drive because there's no place to charge, and you're going to be a brick on the side of a country road with a bunch of hicks driving by in their old pickup trucks. So anyways, I don't know what the solution is here. I mean, I still do like the car. I mean, this is really my only gripe about it. And maybe there is a basic tweak or a fix, or I'm just a complete idiot and I don't know how to drive. That could definitely be it. But anyways, I mean, this is the whole thing. And I've been reading about, the Tesla truck. It was supposed to get 300 miles and it's only getting like 230 in a charge. But then again, truck drivers are mostly schmucks anyways. So what do you expect? But just from a regular four-door sedan, not getting, anywhere near the range is a little bit disheartening. And I think it's a little bit false advertising. But, anyways, it's a good car. I'm still glad I got it. I enjoy the idea of saving money on gas. The whole environment thing, wonderful, but I'm not going to go hug a tree. Let's be really, really honest here. It's not altruistic. The reason I got my Tesla, and pretty much the reason why 99% of everybody else got a Tesla, is not to save the environment and have a big kumbaya session together. No, it's basically to save money on gasoline, which prices are getting way out of hand, although they've come down a little bit, but who knows what's going to happen, and to save money on the repairs once the 3-year, 36, 4-year, 50,000 mile warranty goes out, and all of a sudden you're paying ridiculous charges to fix this and fix that and repair that and replace that. And without a transmission and without any fluids or any of that other stuff, you're all good, so you don't have to deal with it. So anyways, that's kind of my gripe for the day. I'm glad you listened to it. If you've got any ideas, any thoughts, am I just a complete idiot driving a Tesla and I don't know how to drive the damn thing? I didn't do something right? Let me know in the comment section. I'd greatly appreciate it. Hopefully we're back to something a little bit more palatable. If you were hoping for politics, I will get to that tomorrow. Okay? Cool. Thank you for stopping in. If you like what you see, like what you hear, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you'd like to get this regularly. And if you'd like to piss off that schmuck at the office with the little to the right commentary, share it. Go ahead. I dare you. See you tomorrow. See ya.